the Raiders would win their first playoff game in 19 years since they beat the Titans and one other team to make it to Super Bowl 37. The 19th win as the Las Vegas Raiders is going to occur in the playoff game against the team that injured Bo Jackson's hip, that hasn't won a playoff game since 1991 when Bo Jackson sustained a hip flexor injury, could never play again. Now, Joe Burrow wears number 9. It is because ever since that time, ever since their last playoff win against the Oilers, they're going to lose 9 consecutive playoff games, beginning with the Raiders. And so, in other words, the Bengals have been one and done for 7 straight years ever since the Bo Jackson game against the Raiders. They're going to be one and done for 8 consecutive seasons. And this is going to form the 18 sequence of the Raiders' last championship in Super Bowl 18. One and done 8 consecutive times. Losing to Derek Carr, the GOAT, born in the year 1991 in the Chinese zodiac. The 19th win as the Las Vegas Raiders for its first playoff win in 19 years is all going to happen on the 19th day. It's going to happen as a tribute to Bo Jackson. They're going to defeat the Bengals again. The Bengals will not end their drought until 2023 because it is end that has gematria of 23. It is the hip of Bo Jackson and Bengals that have gematria of 24. Derek Carr could throw his 24th touchdown this season against the Bengals. And the Raiders would go 3 for 3 since the death of John Madden. And that is what you see with the fact that when we break down John Madden becoming coach at 32 years of age, understand that even though they did get their last playoff win against Houston, that they're not going to end this spell 31 years later. It's actually going to be 32 years later because it's all in tribute to John Madden being 32 years of age when he became coach of the Raiders. So, continuing on, it's the Bengals that will not end their drought until next year with the Super Bowl held at Arizona. So we will see the end of a few droughts next year, and one of these is going to include the Bengals' playoff win drought. And mind you, I think they do this in a year that the Chiefs make it to the Super Bowl. So that's what's happening for next year. The Raiders win their first playoff game in 19 years. The talk call was on the 19th day of 2002. Their 19th win as the Vegas Raiders is going to occur to prolong the Bo Jackson curse. It's Bengals at gematria 26. The Raiders are going to win their 26th game against the Bengals. I want you to know this, that Joe Burrow's last loss came against the 49ers. This was the last game that he lost. Now, 49ers scored 26 points that game. The Raiders' 26th playoff win is going to occur against the Bengals. Both teams' records were 7-6. Joe Burrow didn't play in Week 18, but Joe Burrow will lose again when the Bengals face off against the Las Vegas Raiders. The Las Vegas Raiders has gematria 76. The Raiders would be 11-7 with a victory this year. John Gruden had 117 regular season wins at the time of his resignation. The Khalil Mack Buffalo riddle is going to be really great when the Raiders face off against the Bills. He played 117 games. That's going to lead into what we will discuss later on in the postseason, that is. And I want you to notice that ever since the Bengals last lost Super Bowl, what was it, like Super Bowl 23? They lost Super Bowl 23 to the 49ers. Their playoff record since losing the Super Bowl. So here we go. 1-1, 1-8. So the Bengals' playoff record since they lost the Super Bowl to the 49ers is going to be 1-9. It's just all synced up with the Raiders' first playoff win in 19 years. All attribute to Bo Jackson. Going to get one back against the Bengals. And I want you to notice that the Bengals scored 32 points in that game this year. The Bengals scored 32 points in that game, and this is going to be a clue that they're not going to win they're not going to win their first playoff game until 32 years later. Which Marvin Lewis has previously stated that he wants the Bengals to win the playoff game this year. Marvin is Gematria 32. Boomer Esiason, the last Bengals quarterback to win a playoff game. Boomer is Gematria 32. It is injury. It is Burrow. It is Jamar Chase that have Gematria of 97. The Bengals are going to be 9-7 at home against the Raiders. So that's what you see with Joe Burrow, is that the Bengals will lose 9 straight playoff games. And then you see the away record sequence. So 9-7, the Bengals will be. And now, why is the Bengals playoff streak gonna be 9 straight playoff losses, including the Bo Jackson game, and then 8 straight one and dones? Well, Mike Brown, the owner, born March the 5th, 1970. 19 is 10, 7-0 is 8, 10 and 8 is 18, 18 is 9. So let me get this right. Okay, I think I had the wrong computation. Now, January the 13th of 1991 is going to be interesting to look out for. Actually, what was it? Go to Joe Burrow's life path. Joe Burrow is born in 1996, which is 25. 25 is 7. 10 is then 8, and then December is 3. So Joe Burrow is an 11 life path. The Raiders' 11th win is going to happen against the Bengals. Joe Burrow's 10-6 as a starter this season. He's going to be 10-7 right after he loses to the Raiders, having Gematria of 107. So Joe Burrow's record is going to be 10-7. 46 wins until the birthday of Bo Jackson, the January the 15th. Derek Carr's 46th playoff win against Joe Burrow after 127 games. Bo Jackson is a 23 life path. 11, 30 is 3, that's 14. Then 18, 9 is 23. Derek Carr, currently 1-3 against the Bengals, is going to be 2-3 against the Bengals in tribute to Madden, in tribute to the Bengal ending the playoff drought in the year 23, that is. And all synced up with the death of John Madden, the fact that as quarterback of Las Vegas, Derek Carr is going to be 2-3 against the Bengals. I had something else too. I'm forgetting my 9 numerologies. Okay, so that's interesting. Okay, so let's go to the list of Raiders seasons. I want you to notice this is the year of Super Bowl 56. What is their record since the Bo Jackson game for the Vegas Raiders? So 0-1, 0-2, that's 1-3. So that's 1-3 in LA, 2-3, 2-4, 3-4, 3-5. 5-5, the playoff record for the Raiders since the Bo Jackson game at the time that they lost the Super Bowl was 5-6. So they will be squaring off against the Bengals in Super Bowl 56. Their playoff record at the end point of Super Bowl 37 was literally 5-6 since the Bo Jackson injury, which means that 5-6 for the Raiders, 5-7. The Raiders will be 9-7 in the postseason to win its next championship since the injury of Bo Jackson. Now, Bo Jackson's number 34. This is the Raiders' 34th game as the Vegas Raiders. This is going to all be a tribute to Bo Jackson. It's Jamar Chase. It's Burrow. That's Gematria 97. It's the Raiders. They're going to win the championship first before the Bo Jackson curse ends, because their playoff record will be 9-7 ever since the Bo Jackson injury. The 16th game in the Super Bowl against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Raiders will get one back for Bo Jackson. This drought's going to end in the year of the Super Bowl at Arizona, which is Super Bowl 57. Bo Jackson had 18 touchdowns. That's a tribute to Super Bowl 18, the Raiders' last championship. Bo Jackson played 39 games. It was all completely scripted. He had 77 yards in that game. The Raiders won to be 7-7 to begin a win streak before the Super Bowl run. It's Auburn and Cincinnati Bengals that have Gematria 77. And keep in mind that the first regular season win came against Lamar Jackson, and now the first playoff win occurs in tribute to Bo Jackson. Something to consider. So 5 playoff wins to 9 playoff wins is what you see with the Raiders, which it is, well, still not done yet. Still not done. So number 34, you see that. Year 62, the Raiders are 6-2 since, actually, yeah, what is it? Yeah, the Raiders will be 6-2 since they lost to the Bengals by defeating the Bengals, by defeating Joe Burrow. It'd be the Raiders' 22nd win against the Bengals and road to 22 wins as the Vegas Raiders. Ever since moving from Oakland, because Carr and Oakland have Gematria 22. So the Bengals Raiders playoff series record, the Raiders are going to win their 22nd game right before winning their 22nd Super Bowl championship. And notice how there are 33 games in this series. It's the 34th game. It's going to be a tribute to Bo Jackson. It's going to be the first playoff win 19 years from its last playoff win for the Raiders. This could continue for another year. It'd be the 19th win as the Raiders in Vegas. Which, keeping a note that Davis and Jackson have Gematria of 19, it's also LA Rams that has Gematria 19. The Raiders will win the Super Bowl at the Rams Stadium, so this is why they're defeating the Bengals. This is why they're about to go on a deep Super Bowl run. Yeah, not good. Not good. Zach Taylor's a 9 life path. 1983, which is 21, 3, and then 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he's a 9 life path. I've got the right Mike Brown now. He's August is 8, 10 is 1, so that's 9. Then 1935, 1935, that's 18, that's 9. 10, 1 is 10. Then he's at 18, 9 life path numerology. So the playoff streak will continue at 9 for Joe Burrow, number 9. And then this playoff streak continuing at 9 is a tribute to the death day of John Madden. December is 3, 28 is 10, 10 is 1, 2021 is 5. That's a 9-day numerology. See what day the Bengals were founded. Okay, 1967. So the Raiders were 6-7 before this Super Bowl run. 1967, that's 23-5, and then 5, and then May is 5. So Cincinnati Bengals, 5-5 for the month, day, and the year. So what you get is 15 playoff losses for the franchise. Their 15th playoff loss on the 15th day. In tribute to Super Bowl 15 MVP Jim Plunkett, right before the drought ends next year. So it shall end 55 in the 55th year of their franchise. And now, the death, or rather, the Super Bowl loss against the Buccaneers and the amount of wins the Raiders have had since then, up to the death of Al Davis, is super significant for the first playoff win ever since the death of Al Davis, for win number 72. 4, 5, and 4, and then 2 and 4 and 5. And then 5, and then 8 in 2010. The Raiders have won a total of 39 games in the regular season up to the death of Al Davis since their last playoff win, which means that their next playoff win is going to occur against the Bengals again, because Al Davis was owner and GM for 39 years. This is about the drought for the Raiders first. This drought is going to end at 19 years first before the Bengals. The Bengals will end at 52. Their combined playoff win droughts will be 51 when it's all said and done, because it's Cincinnati, that's gematria of 51, and they will do it in a year of the Cardinals hosting the Super Bowl.